talk about Cyborg being this, hopefully a character that is kind of a beacon for people of color and for minorities who are comic book readers that are trying to identify with people who are in books that they're buying.
Yeah. Well, I don't ever want this to become a cliche, but I actually think that I'm writing one of the blackest comic books being published right now, because I've got a black man, I've got a man of color who is a very prominent inhabitant of Detroit, which has a large population of color. And it's just an issue that can't be avoided. And not that I would want to, I actually kind of relish it. So yeah, he is very symbolic in a lot of ways, but also I'm trying to get into the nuances of what it is to be a person of color in this society. I really want to kind of dig deep, and it's obviously not always pretty. There are moments when I'm very definitely making a statement as to what it's like living in this society and being a person of color. And I think that we're doing a pretty good job of handling it, and I hope that people are paying attention. I have a feeling sometimes that people just sort of readers take Vic for granted and don't understand that this perspective can even be explored within the context of the Cyborg comic book. So I'm hoping that more people hearing this might actually check us out and see what's going on, because I think it's a very interesting comic book right now.
You finished now the second arc of Cyborg.
Yeah.
We've come to find out that his father isn't who he thought he was, and so talk about kind of moving forward and how that knowledge affects Vic from going from here.
Well, this whole saga is really going to be about Vic ultimately realizing that he is more committed to being a human than being a machine. But before that, he's going to have every opportunity to possibly go the other way. And it's building. You know, I really appreciate being given the opportunity to do a slow build. And I know that sometimes readers get a little frustrated if you don't move quickly through things, but you'll find that things that are happening in early issues are now going to pay off in later issues. All of this will be wrapping up roughly around issue 18. It's just going to be one exciting, surprise after another.
Talk about you developing Xe into kind of a bigger supporting character in the second arc, and kind of his emergence in recent issues.
Well, there's a good example. I mean, Xe made his first appearance in, I think, issue 4 or issue 5, I can't remember, but it was done in such a way, I did it in such a way that you really didn't think that you were ever going to see this character again. And now he's turned out to be a very important part of Vic's world. What I wanted for Vic was for him to have someone who would be a humanizing factor. I wanted Vic to always be dragged down to earth, in a way, and Xe is a very earthy character. He's very funny, and Vic always has to kind of see things through his eyes. My Cyborg is not perfect. There are a lot of ways in which he really begins to understand that he hasn't thought about things the right way or done things the right way, and Xe, in his own weird way, is a conduit to Vic understanding that. So for me, Xe is a very important character.